Hello, welcome back. Welcome back to Two Nigerian Women. My name is Ibukun.
Hello, everyone, and my name is Abidemi. Sorry, we've had a wonderful, wonderful weather. It's
Mm,
howling, so just in case you hear any background noise, that's what you're hearing. Yeah, but how you all doing? I think we're good. Are you good? How's your
I'm
week been so far?
I'm good. Yeah. How's your week been so far? She's talking to you, not me.
You can speak on their behalf and respond. My week has been
Well, I
busy.
really hope for everyone listening to us, your week is going good enough, but because we know so much is going on, which is what we're talking about. We're talking about breathe because everything going on, as we Nigerians will say, choke. It's a lot. There is so much going on. But before we delve into it, we must acknowledge our sponsors. Always please check the description boxes on any platform you're listening on for the link to our sponsors. So our internet and our phones are being powered by simsforhome.co.uk. It's a very
Yeah.
interesting concept. You're not linked up to fiber broadband, which claims is the fastest. No, that's their claim. Sims for Home, simsforhome.co.uk provides boxes that you insert a data SIM card in, and they have so many options for you to choose from. It's a mobile box, you plug it in wherever you go, and it gives you good, fast internet coverage. So we use them right now as we speak to you. That's how we're talking. So please do check them out. The link is in the description box. So let's get into it. Sissy, what's going on? What's becoming so overwhelming?
Let's just do a deep dive. I feel like for
Mm,
me, I just try as much as I can not to get involved in a lot of things. Not because they are not important, just because there is too much going on. We've started the year with 1 week or 1 day, one drama. In
mm,
Nigeria, there's a book called 1 week, one trouble. This is 1 day, one trouble. There's
mm,
information, and maybe that's how it's always been, but I just feel there's just a lot coming on, especially from us that are in the diaspora, responding to what's going on in Nigeria. There's a lot that's going on in Nigeria, from one incident to the other. There's been series of kidnapping. And when does it
mm.
actually stop? When do we get a breather? When do we actually take it all in? Or when do we not take it all in? Because a lot of us, these things affect our mental health, because you're worrying so much for the people back home, you can't give your productivity to what is in front of you. And there's no how that every one of us is outside. Yes, immediate family, maybe, some cousins, maybe, we have extended family back in Nigeria. So when do you say enough? And you know what? My head can't handle all of this, and I'm just going to take a back seat. And for me, I'm trying, but it's
Mhm.
actually not easy, because even when you want to step out of that and keep everything in one corner and say, I'm not going to deal with this now, you still constantly have to deal with stuff like that because it's in your face. You open your X account, it's in your face. You open your Facebook, it's in your face. You open your WhatsApp status, let's not even go too far, or just your WhatsApp, not even the status. It is
Mm,
in your face. You're in groups from secondary school, from university,
mm,
from general thing, political ideology spaces, professional spaces, and you are seeing conversations that have to do with what's happening on the African continent, and it's from one country to the other. But I just feel that Nigeria, at this point, takes the cake. It's becoming
mm,
ridiculous, if you ask me. There
mhm.
is too much, just too much going on. When is the common man going to have a breather? When is the common man going to actually know that they have a government that is working for them, cares about them, and is interested in their general well-being? When are they even going to break even? The insecurity is another ball on its own, and then you have salaries that don't can't do anything. When is it going to stop? When is
Okay.
it actually going to stop?
So
I'm just
Sissy,
tired.
I hear you. I hear you, and I am there with you. But this is let me talk you through, if you will, my processing process of everything that is going on, and hopefully this helps someone listening in with us. So we are talking about the constant bombardment of all the troubles going on in the world today, whether or not you seek it out or you do. So I was going to do a throwaway comment of, and don't open anything, but you make a valid point. Even WhatsApp groups, family WhatsApp groups, or like you said, secondary school WhatsApp groups, you see it there. So in a way, even if you try to avoid it, you will see it. Now the point is, and Sisi, you know I've said this to you. It's very easy for you to carry things on your head, and it's because you care.
I left the secondary school group though. I left it when I spoke to you 2 years ago. I've not gone back. So that's
You've not
I'm
gone
just
back.
putting it out there. I listened. Yes.
But for those of you that are still on your secondary school group and they are aggravating you, make your decisions wisely. That's it.
Yeah.
But the point
Yes.
is, when you see something that you care about, it's hard to remove yourself from not what's the word, embedding in your mind a situation that then overwhelms you. And why do you care? And I'm not saying you shouldn't, oh, please. That's what makes you human, your ability to care. You care because you are concerned for family members or even yourself in that situation, and you care because you almost see it, if you really question yourself, as a situation you have no control over. And that then leads to a point of aggravation, and that aggravation might be fear of the unknown, or it might be it's already happening to me and I'm sitting in the consequence of this problem and I can't breathe. And how do you help someone like that? So, Sisi, let's talk to you because we don't know what else is going on outside of the two of us. And it's you and I that
Hmm.
are friends. But with you, because we said we'll talk about Nigeria in this episode, what is it that concerns you so much about Nigeria?
I think it's just the insecurity. It's the man's inhumanity to man. It's the
Mm,
spite of kidnappings. It's the fact that the salaries are not going up, but food prices are going up.
mm-hmm,
It's so many things. It's the whole there are a lot of people that are looking for a way out, and a lot of the times you actually cannot help them because there's not much that it's not like before, like a couple of years ago when it was easy to leave. Now it's the restrictions on immigration are getting tighter and tighter and tighter, and demand. So w- w- except I don't pick my phone, or I don't respond to a message, or I see a message, I read it and I don't read it, I can't seem to get away from it.
why
I've
do
had
you care so
messages on
much?
my phone that I have not read. I have not read. I have read it and I have unread it because I cannot deal with it. It's too much. There is too much grappling for
Mhm,
my attention, and I have to give my attention to what is right in front of me, what is important. I have a business to run, I have family, I have work to do, I have so
mhm.
much ahead of me. I cannot overextend myself into other areas. So it's just making that conscious effort to remove myself from certain things, even if the people that I call family don't want to remove me. They want to include me,
Include
but
you.
I'm choosing to remove myself from all of that. But it's
Okay,
easier said than done. Once they have your number, then it's easy pickings.
of course. No, but okay. So, Sisi, there are two things where people are dragging you into the situation. Do you find yourself you dragging your own self into that situation? Like,
Yes,
so
I
what
do. But you know
is
the irony is that yeah, I
someone?
do. But the irony is that this January, I just said I refuse. I'm not sending money to anybody in January for
Mm,
anything.
mm,
Because you're starting a new year and you're already overextending yourself by giving funds. I'm not.
mm,
Anybody that needs anything will have to wait. I just ignore because
mm,
I am just fed up.
mm,
I just refuse to support anybody in this January. I want to be selfish. Call me whatever it is. I choose to be selfish. I am not. And even when people ask me, I don't go into detail. I just cannot send anything till February. It's not because I don't have. I don't want to.
You know what?
And we all have to have that discipline because I think to a
Mhm,
certain extent, not that disciplined, I get too emotional and I feel bad and I feel guilty and I also feel like I'm in this position. Of course, I can do something, so I do it. but I am choosing to not do it and send you off with prayers. And I'm thinking about you. I will not. Like
Mm,
I'm
mm,
not. I just refuse to not do. And I just feel that sometimes a lot of people, because there are some situations that are not as bad as they are being made out to be. There are people that are in worse off situations, but you have someone because they know that you always listen to them, are
mm,
constantly asking. And you have
mm.
to put your feet down and say, no, I will not, I am not, I don't want to.
But could
So
this
yeah,
also have
that's
to
me. Mm,
do, I hear
mm,
you, but could this also have to do with your priority matrix? Because the things, so beyond all those other issues, like specific to Nigeria in this example we're given, there will be
mm.
other issues in front of you, that are family related,
Oh
friendship
yeah,
related,
family.
work
No,
related.
family, that's fine. But the
Mhm,
thing that my siblings don't even, but no, but everybody's okay, comfortable.
mhm,
Even for family, I am not, I will not, I don't want to.
mm.
So
Okay,
immediate
so
family, like my mom,
mhm.
that's it. Anybody else, nah.
Okay, so in terms of everything sitting on your issue desk, what would you attend to first in order? So let me give you buckets: God, yourself, your spouse, your children, your family, being your mother, siblings, any parental figures you have, and then your ministry. So what you do in terms of for God, and then any other business, so to speak. In those
Mm.
buckets, all of them are sitting on your table in one go. Which one would you attend to first?
None.
Hey, madam, you want to become an island, Koleshele. It
It's too
cannot.
no, but it's too much. I don't want. I'm overthinking. Or either I attend to none or I attend to everything.
Therein
Yeah,
lies the issue. See, you
yeah.
can't. You see, this is the thing
No,
with us
but
women.
I'm giving my attention to what I need to give my attention. I'm just saying that when it comes to family back home in Nigeria, I don't want to. And friends,
No,
I
but I'm
don't. I
not.
can't want
But
to.
Sissy, I said all the issues. Let's put all of them on
No,
one.
there's no issue here. I have no issue. I have no problem with my family here because
Mm.
I'm here for a reason and that's why I'm here. Nobody's I'm not
So,
it doesn't feel like I am doing too much. I'm stressing myself. No, here. I just mean the financial demands, financial commitments a little bit too much. Everybody wants something and nothing, but no one's
okay.
asking how you are, how
Mm,
you're doing, how you're coping. So I just refuse to engage on that aspect. I will not, I cannot, I don't want to. But my
okay.
family here, of course, why not? They are a priority. In every sense of the word, I'm not ignoring God. I will never do that. I'm not ignoring my husband. I'll never do that. Yes, sometimes I will. But I'll never do that. My children, I will not ignore them. Sometimes I will. But yes. But everybody has a time and place. But it's not like, oh, I can't do all of you, just leave me alone. And I'm just no, 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 no. Life is still going on. It's just that
Okay.
when it comes to people that are over asking, over demanding, I don't want to. I will not. I refuse. And
Mm.
at the end of the month, if I feel like I don't want to, I will continue.
Okay. So, madam, let me then, if you will, elaborate on my ask.
Mm,
When you have everything coming at you, which brings the overwhelm, and you find it difficult to breathe. This is where your priority matrix, if you will, comes in. I will call it a priority matrix. There are certain things you absolutely, as you know, have to pay attention to. And there are certain
yep.
things, they are just not as important as the first thing on your list. So let me talk about
Mm,
myself. If there is an issue with um someone's salvation, is so let me put it plainly, as a Christian, I know
mm,
some people who I love dearly and they are not saved, and it is God's will for them to be saved. It's not my will, it's God's will for them to be saved. I am not the enforcer, but I am in some instances a messenger. So my
mm.
first thing is I pray for them. I pray for them,
Yeah.
and that is priority for me. Then followed with, Ibukun, you're not sleeping well. You've only averaged 4 hours a night for the past week. If I would take myself in hand, my second priority is me. First is God, then myself, in terms of I need to take care of myself so that I can continue to do everything else. Then third is my husband. Madam, I know sometimes we don't want to answer them because they're annoying us. We know. But they take priority over our children. And that might be
Yeah.
controversial. But
No,
please, oh, hear me.
well, yes, for some people it is controversial because they don't really have a relationship with their husband, so their children take precedence. So
Well, that
yes, for some
child will
people it's
grow up
right.
and leave
No,
the
no, no, but
house.
it's not. It's I'm not saying that it's right. It is right, but for some people, that's their
In my
only source of
opinion.
joy and happiness.
And it's sad, and I
It
understand
is.
that yes, the relationship could have broken down. But if you have a relationship that you think is worth saving, do not prioritize your children over your husband. My opinion, oh, let us know in the comments what you think. There you go. Thank you.
But let me tell you a story. When I was growing up, I had a very good friend. And
Mm-hmm.
then we're talking, and he said, "Can you just imagine that his mom always takes his dad over them? Like, how can you love your husband more than your children?" I
Ah.
was younger, he's way older than me, so I didn't know that what he was saying was actually wrong. So I didn't pull him up on it. I just said,
Mm,
"Oh, that's not really." It was now later. I think I was having a discussion with my mom and said, "No, actually, that's not right. It is what it
mm,
is."
mm,
But yeah, he felt very, very hot and let down by his mom because she always took their dad over them. And how can you love your husband more than your children? But I think is what he's come to see and think is normal, but there's nothing normal
but
about
hold
that. But there
on.
are a lot of people that live like that.
But
I'm
let
not in
us
touch with him
acknowledge.
anymore. We're not that close, so I don't know what his situation is now.
I was going to say, let us acknowledge that, unfortunately, in some instances where it is an abusive relationship, there are
Mm,
those instances where, unfortunately, the mother doesn't see the wood for the trees and will side with an abusive father over the
mm,
children. I'm not
mm,
advocating that. Let me reiterate what I said. If it's a relationship worth saving and staying in, they should be the priority, your spouse, whether it's a man listening or a woman listening here. They should
yeah.
be the priority over the children. You do have a legal and also moral obligation to your child up until they get to adulthood to care for them physically, to be their caretaker. You're a caretaker to them until they get to adulthood, and then they take over caring for themselves physically. Though you are still there, you don't come out of their life. But the point is, you are um what's the word? You are taking care of them until they can be independent of you. That's the whole point of what you do with your child. But if you're taking care of them or for them to be forever dependent on you, I personally don't agree on that. So, like I was sharing with my sissy, these are my own priorities: God first, then myself, then my husband, then my children, and then my ministry. My ministry, meaning people that I encourage, people that I help, that I coach, I mentor. They come next. If they have a problem, I would attend to them, but not until after I've attended to my children. That's in an ideal world. We know things happen. But the point is, I have my priority list. Then, after ministry, my work, my day to work, the way I earn money. Why is it so far down the list? Because you are replaceable in places
Mm,
like that. So why would you prioritize them over irreplaceable things in your life? That is my own logic. Then, Sissy, it is everything else. In fact, sorry, I forgot
for
a very
everyone else.
no. So my family, like my parental figures as well as my siblings, come before everyone
Mm,
else. So even my friends, I have not even featured there, oh, but most of my friends are like family, like you are to me. So in
mm,
that sense,
mm.
that is where actually
Jesus.
you. Yes, I'm very sure. Because if Bidemi calls me and tells me there is a problem, and my husband is like, babes, I really need you on this, I'll say, Bidemi, I'm coming. That's why I will say, bear with me.
Mm,
And I won't
yeah.
tell her necessarily why, but it will be bear
Mhm.
with me. Because Bidemi is my friend, but she too, she has her own husband. Eh? Me, I need to distract my husband. So that's what I'm saying. Because I think a lot of overwhelm comes when you are looking at wrong priorities. Genuinely, oh, Because if you think about it, Nigeria, I cannot carry Nigeria on my head. Only God can help that country. It's my conclusion I came to decades ago. I still pray for
Yeah.
Nigeria. Please do not do not hear the wrong things. I still pray for Nigeria, but I know I on my own, no, Ibukun, I cannot repair anything to do with it. I keep an ear out for what's going on. It's so sad to
Yeah.
hear about a bomb blast. Like, what in the world?
Mm.
But I cannot let it affect me being able to function and breathe. So, Sisi, I ask you, what are you carrying on your head that should not, come before anything else?
Nothing. I'm just saying that this is January. I'm just choosing to be selfish. That's it.
All right, Sisi has
Yeah.
decided to be selfish.
I'm intentional about being selfish. Seriously. I am. I want to be. Because also you have people that are not even they're not really concerned about you is what they can get off of you. It's not what you like. In fact, when we finish our recording, I'll tell you a ridiculous message that was sent
Situation.
to me. Two
Ah,
ridiculous messages actually.
oh dear. We'll
So
gist you later. But this gist is
yeah,
between Sisi and I
for
for
now,
now.
let me just leave it. But yeah, anyway, but yeah, I'm just choosing to be selfish, and I think
Mm,
sometimes it is a good thing. It's not a
mm,
bad thing because you can't pour from an empty cup, and if you're not looking
mm.
out for yourself, nobody's going to do that
Mhm,
job for you, and you cannot give what you don't have. So if you
mhm.
need to go back into your shell, keep to yourself, spoil yourself, treat yourself. Yourself is you, me first. Not
Well,
neglecting other areas. Obviously, I'm not ignoring my family and all of that. I just mean when it comes to
well,
all those extra bits, they all need to
mhm.
stay in the background for now.
But madam, with what I just shared you, it's you before your husband and your
Yes, I know.
children.
Yeah,
Because
because I cannot pour from an empty cup.
you can't, and you're not genuinely Superman. People, let us remind you, Superman is a film, like we say in Nigeria. It's a film. It is not
Where in
real.
Nigeria?
The East, we know. But it is not reality. Superman is not a reality. Therefore, Superwoman coming from that is definitely false reality. You
Mm,
cannot do everything. This is how you can't breathe. You are choking on the cares of this world because you
yeah.
believe you should be able to divide yourself into 20. Let me tell you,
And you
in
can't.
the you can't. In the Bible, they divided a concubine into 12 pieces and sent it to all the tribes of Israel to prove a point. Don't kill yourself. Do not kill yourself. It's not worth it. Like Sissy is saying, she's decided to be selfish. And in the
If
sense
anything
of,
should happen to you today, if anything happens to anyone today, life will move on. Whether you think that they're going to stop for a while, but they're going to live life. And all
well,
those
bless
problems that
you.
didn't go away,
Uh,
all those problems that didn't go away will not go away. They will find a way to sort it out. So
oh,
sometimes
yes.
you need to be selfish,
Mm-hmm.
intentional, actually intentional about being selfish. You need to do you. People say that word lighthearted. I need to do me. It's nothing lighthearted about it. You need to put yourself first. You are a priority. You need to do you. Do you
You do.
understand? I'm not doing any other person but myself. I want to do me.
Mm. Because to your point, Sissy, they will bury you, they will celebrate your life for a few hours, and they have to move on with life. Not because they just want to neglect your memory, but that is how it
That's
works.
just life.
That's
They don't
how
even
it
have
works.
any choice. They have to do it.
Exactly. That being said, we encourage those of you listening, breathe. Try and prioritize the right way. Come up with your own priority matrix. I shared my own. Come up with yours and share in the comments with someone else who is willing to learn as well how you do your priority matrix. But one thing
Mm.
you do have to realize, it cannot just be you on that list
Yeah.
because no man is an island. But when you
Island.
then
Yep.
can carry the whole world on your head, once again, you're not Superman or Superwoman. That is it.
Nah.
Sissy, do you want to close us out?
Oh, well, I've had a very interesting chat. Though I can't say a lot of things that were said relates to me though, but it's good to play good cop, bad cop. So I'm gonna play bad cop and you're gonna play good cop today, so that's fine. But yes, for the banter. But
Yeah.
seriously, you need to take it's not, you can't deal with everything. You're not Superwoman, and being Superwoman is a feeling, and it's a fictional character. It's not even real. So we need to leave a lot of things behind where they need to be. You can't involve yourself with every drama. You can't
Mm,
involve yourself with everything. I intentionally choose to not get myself involved in certain things, not because I don't care, just because I don't have that energy to overexert myself in any other extra area. And I'm finding myself also keeping to myself when it even comes to friendship groups, trying to contain what I can control. We can't control everything, but just doing that and having that at the back of my mind. But yes, please look after yourselves and try and keep yourself out of unnecessary. There are things that you don't actually need to know. Not everything
mm,
you need to know. Not
mhm.
every newspaper cutting, news information you need to digest. Some of them you just need to pretend like you didn't see. I think that's very, very vital as well. But it was lovely chatting and catching up with you all. We need to learn to breathe, take a breather, because everything is choking, but we need to learn to breathe. But it was nice chatting with all you all. Enjoy
Yeah.
the rest of your week. We're going to try as much as we can, and hopefully, this storm doesn't take some of us where we don't want to go to because it is scary to say the least.
It's very
Um,
loud. The wind is very loud. Yeah.
it's howling. But we'll
Mm.
catch you all on the next episode. And just a reminder, we are on YouTube, we are on TikTok, Two Nigerian Women. We are on Twitter, Two Nigerian Women. We're not on Facebook, right? We're on Instagram as well.
Instagram. Yes.
Yeah, Instagram, Two Nigerian Women. So catch us on anyone. Please leave your likes, comments, shares, and send your questions in. We're going to have a live session. We don't know when, but it's going to be on TikTok where we're going to discuss and have Uncle Sue in the studio with us and just have a lighthearted conversation. It might just be a get to know us kind of situation, or it might be a question Q&A. It depends on how we feel and how many questions that we have. But please leave us your likes, your comments, your shares. Yes, tell us how you find the episode. If there's anything you think we can improve on or we can take away from, I got told off, yeah, today. But I'm just saying that just in case. But yeah.
Oh,
No, but it's good. It's constructive criticism.
encourage you. That's what I did. Encourage.
Because I know it sounds silly, but I don't watch my episodes because I don't want to hear myself. I don't want to listen to myself. I know it sounds funny, but that's just me. So yes, if you have anything you want us to talk about, please drop us a line. You can email us as well. It's two Nigerian women at gmail.com, right?
Yes. Two
Yeah, two
Nigerian
Nigerian
women at
women. Yes, and you can
gmail.com.
find us. Yeah, you can find us on other podcast streaming platforms. I think we have a couple that you
Yes.
can find our
We're on
yeah.
Apple, we're on Spotify. Well, you're probably
Mhm.
listening to us on Apple or Spotify right now, but yes, and Google as well as Amazon. So please
Yes.
subscribe, follow, and we would continue to produce good content for you.
Content.
And
Yeah.
yes, thank you so much to our subscribers, and we
Yes.
look
And also
forward to meeting
to our
some of you
sponsors.
someday. Yeah, our
Yeah.
sponsors.
To our sponsors as well. They're occupying prime place right here. So
Yeah.
thank you for our sponsors, Chili Gold and Sims for travel, Sims for home, Sims for
Home.
students, Sims for uni. Yes. We'll love to advertise your products as well. Give us a try. If you want us to talk about your products, if you want us to advertise, if you want us to have a Q&A about it, please reach out to us and we don't mind, and we don't cost so much, just a fraction, just a little. If you don't ask, you don't get, so please patronize us. And yeah, yes,
Okay, with that being said, have a blessed day, everyone. God bless you, and bye bye.
yeah, yeah, catch you on the next episode. Bye.
Bye.